It's okay. So can you introduce yourself and why are you here? What you came to do in this conference?
Hi, my name is Julian Otieno. I'm a youth delegate from Kenya, Nairobi. Personally, I'm an interior designer. That's my profession. So I came to Youth Connekt. Of course, this is an African connection. So I came to the Youth Connekt to meet several different personalities, especially youths, connect and get to learn more about the creativity, since I'm in a creative industry that deals with the innovations. So what really made me to come to come for the Youth Connekt is basically to interact with youths from different African continents, and also to learn more about the creativities and how we can use the innovations, how I can learn and borrow the innovations from their countries. Also looking forward to broaden my market sector, because as an interior designer, my aim is to change spaces that we live into that are conducive for any other person. So for me to come here, I'm looking up to meeting interior designers or other creative personalities from Rwanda, Burundi, Ghana, Sudan.
So thank you so much for talking to NCB, the Best on TV and Power FM radio station. So can you introduce yourself? Why are you here?
Okay. My name is Victor Romeo. I'm from Migori County. I'm a Kenyan. I'm here for this summit, this 2023 Youth Summit. I'm here to focus on the innovation and technology. Yes, thank you.
So, Victor, what are you bringing in this conference? What ideas do you think you can share in this conference? And what are you expecting from the conference?
For my case, I'm a youth delegate. I've come to represent there's so many youth in the country, especially from my region, and I hope to learn more about the innovation part and the technology entirely, on how the technology can help the organization. Nowadays we have the social media and the technology is advancing very fast. So I'm here to represent the entire youth of my county and get something for them on the same. Yes.
Okay. So there are issues, same as the question I asked to everybody who attend here in the youth. Kenya also has a big number of youth and younger people. So to you, what do you think are challenges younger people are facing here in Kenya?
There's so many challenges that people are facing here in the country, and one of them being the opportunities. We are trying to create ourselves job opportunities where people can earn themselves, and this being a challenge, I think this is one of the reasons this summit is created. Another thing is addiction and abuse of drugs. So I know this summit focuses on that, and after this one, there's so many challenges that are affecting the youth in the country, and I know the drug addiction and drug misuse of the drugs and job opportunities. For me, I'm focusing on the innovation and whatsoever. So I'm trying to learn how innovation and technology can create jobs for the youth.
So is there any other thing I didn't mention you are really looking for in this Youth Connekt 2023?
For my case, I'm looking towards connecting with so many people as possible, because I believe the entire Africa is in this place. So I believe I will connect with so many people as possible. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Introduce yourself.
My name is Ivan Mapelo from Nairobi, Kenya.
Okay. So why are you here in this conference?
I'm here just to get the vibe of the youth and to contribute to the further development of the youth agenda in the continent. But I'm also here as a service provider. I'm from a medical background, and I have a tent where I'm telling people about cancer and even doing some cancer screening for some screenable cancers.
Okay. So what are you expecting from this conference?
I'm expecting the youth to redefine themselves, redefine their future, redefine their trajectory. Because today we are looking at Africa, which is most countries in Africa between 58 to 65 years old. That's from the independence. And you're looking back at what we've achieved ever since. And it's a far cry from what our aspirations, or rather the aspirations of our founding fathers were. We don't want to look at ourselves 60 years from today, the people who will come after us, and wonder what these people are doing, those who are there in 2023 and around that time.
Yes.
And the people who are going to drive the agenda of Africa going forward are the youth, the people who are young now. And 30 years from now, 40 years from now, we will be having another generation. And we want this generation, which is there now, to be accountable for what the achievements of Africa will be many years to come. So it is time for African youth to come together, redefine their present, and redefine also our trajectory to take them to the future that is going to be a responsible future for the continent.
So what message do you have for young African or the youth? Because you mentioned several challenges, including jobless, including maybe capability from the government. So what's the message do you have after all those challenges you see, and how do you think these youth they can apply in real life? For example, someone says create your own job, but the economy is maybe bad, or you don't even have enough capital. So what message do you have, and how do you think that message can be used to prevent or to overcome those challenges?
Number one, I want to tell the youth that many years ago when they were young, they were being told that they are futures of tomorrow. Now tomorrow is here. They are not leaders of any other tomorrow other than this. So they should be able to hold accountable people who are holding on to capital, and make sure they have a conversation with them and demand that they have access to the capital. Because for people to do their jobs, for people to be able to create their own employment, then they need to have some access to capital in whichever form. I know in Rwanda there are some very good approaches towards helping the youth approach capital. In Kenya there are a few others that have been piloted and been tried. But it's up to the youth to call up the people who are controlling capital and make sure that they are able to make it accessible to the youth. And it is easy because what you need to do is make sure that you have been able to put down your projects or your ideas in a way that is going to attract people to look at it. And then also using your force as a youth in your own various organizations. Demand that these people take a look at that. In Kenya, for example, there is a reservation for projects, for jobs. There's a reservation for the youth, but it's a small reservation, maybe 10% or 15%. That is reserved for the youth. We need to push for further reservation, for expansion of that to even 50%. Because in a country like Kenya, for example, I don't know so much about Rwanda, but in a country like Kenya, for example, 65% of the population is youth. So why do they have only 15% of resource reserved for them? This conversation that you're having here in this place should push that reservation to 45%, 50%, because that is a rightful amount for them. And that way they'll be able to create more employment, engage in much more areas of economic improvement, and impact this continent positively.
So thank you very much. So can you introduce yourself?
I'm Akoyu Eric, a Kenyan binational, 19 years of age, a student pursuing mechanical engineering, plant option.
So why are you here in this conference?
I'm here in the KICC venue, Nairobi, Youth Connekt Summit. I would like to connect with many youths across African continent, share ideas, and create more networks.
Yes, so that's what you're expecting in this conference. What areas are you expecting from this conference as a student?
As a student, in this conference, I would like to know many people. So after school, I can get opportunities even outside Kenya and connect with many friends.
So, talking about the opportunity, there is an issue of unemployment in Africa. So, if you are graduated and you don't have a job,
Yeah.
what are you going to do?
I'll make sure I look for some capital and look for a means of self-employment.
Yes, but they're saying also youth or younger people, they start a business within 6 months, the business is closed. How are you going to overcome the challenges other people are facing, like a lot of taxes, like no other support when you start a business, you look on your own, there is no hand of the government. How are you going to do?
It's all about proper planning. If you plan yourself well, you will not fail. You will achieve it in life. That's all I say.
Yes. So what message do you have for other younger people or other students who are not able to attend this conference? What message do you have for them?
For the young people in this country, I would like to tell them they should always focus to achieve their goals. Nobody will come to save them. It's a youth for a youth. If you see another youth struggling and you have the opportunity to help him or her, just do so. Because you never know tomorrow. Maybe I may help him today, tomorrow he will come through and save me.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Can you introduce yourself and why are you here in Youth Connekt
Okay, my
2023?
name's Sir Shamal Abraham from Kakamega County, chairperson, Shinyalu Sub-County. Today I'm happy and very delighted to come to this event, a very memorable event that I love to remember all days of my youthful. Because youth, there comes a time you'll never be youth forever. So I'm very happy. This marks my best event because it is being international. We have different countries. You have Rwanda, Burundi, Tanzania coming all the way to come and gather here too, so that we can talk about youth issues, how we can create wealth, how we can be creative, innovative, so that we can support each other internationally.
Okay, so what are challenges as the country came from? Like what are challenges younger people are facing or
The
youth?
basic challenges are youth unemployment. It has become very rampant. So we want to come here and discuss how we're gonna help youth to be self-employed or to be creative so that they can create employment for themselves, not to wait for people to come in so that they can be given employment. Self-employment, it helps. We want to come here so that we gather different information so that youth of this nation can be self-centered and self-employment. They can do business, do agricultural. There are many things we're going to share during this summit.
Okay, so you say there's employment, that is the challenge?
That's the best.
That's the best challenge.
Yeah.
But again, that challenge, how, for example, there is, which I asked one of you are colleague,
Yeah.
when you start a business, let's say you get money to start a business,
Yeah.
the challenge is the tax. So how do you think younger people can sustain if the business, even to do a business is very hard for them because taxes, because of the other issues like economy? How do you think younger people can sustain if they're able to get to create a business like you said? Yes.
From my point of view, business and taxation in this country has become a day talk. But once we are going to have this summit, those are things we're going to discuss. How can youth be helped? We are going to maybe to waive some taxes so that we can help youth to create employment by themselves through self-employment. So the issue of taxation is something that is going to be, we are going to feel it for a while. But in future, the issue of taxation will be nothing, because now we'll have enough money so that we can create more industries, so that we can create more employment.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is there any message you have for African younger people?
Message I have for African youth is
Yes.
like today, when you come to this summit, let us focus, let us remain sober, Let us gather all ideas, come with your idea, your creative ideas. We share from Uganda, Tanzania, Burundi, Somalia, Kenyans here. We have to share all these innovation issues so that we can help as a youth. So that, youth were the leaders of tomorrow. So all information going together here is going to help us to pursue in a lifetime and help us to avoid this issue of unemployment in each and every country. So as youth, be ready. You're going to gain something that's going to help you for future purposes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate.
I appreciate it.
Introduce yourself. Why are you here and what you're expecting in this conference?
Okay, I'd like to thank you for this opportunity. First of all, my name is Collins Kembai. I'm a resident of Kenya, as well as the Party Secretary for Yourh County Students Association. First of all, the reason why we are here, this is an incredible historical event no one should miss. Talking about African Youth Connect is the ability to actually interact with youth from various continents, all the way from Lamu, Kenya to Liberia, all the way from Egypt to South Africa. For me, I believe that this is actually an event which no one should miss. We should all engage in this event to bring out the success. Talking about the main theme, I think as African, we should just be speaking as one language as African. There is no need for boundaries. Boundaries were actually brought out by colonialism and with the intention of dividing and ruling. So when the youth of Africa we come up together, we innovate, we reason out together, actually we can bring out a prosperous and conducive environment that will help us rise all the way from third world country to first world country.
Okay, so, and what's the idea do you bring then? What ideas do you think you can contribute in the conference?
Okay, I think for the ideas, first of all, talking about youth, you cannot go far away from youth unemployment. So first of all, we need to bring out, we need to come up with ideas which will lead us to, let's say, we are moving away from the skill-based, we are moving to the skill-based away from the theoretical based. So I think as African, we should take a look at our curriculum so that it may get to be conducive and align itself to the job market. Secondly, I think we also, amidst us, we also have youth entrepreneurs. So I think as youths of African, we can engage ourselves with these youth entrepreneurs, give us the information on how we can go about taxation, go away from all the way from this, looking for the capital to start the company and running as well as management of it.
Thank you so much.